Hi, this is Sam Green at the Object Blog, and today I thought I'd give you a brief overview of 3D printing and objects' 3D printing capabilities via a number of different models that I've collected on my desk today that we're going to have a look at here. So let's start. So 3D printing, as most people know it, single material, and this is a classic example, and also this is what we call a brain gear. And one of the major advantages of 3D printing, of course, is that you can produce a finished assembly such as this brain gear in a single shot without the need for assembly, without the need for a production line. And of course this piece and this snake were printed in a single print job and came out of the printer pretty much as you see them right here, with all of the complex parts and moving parts already fully assembled and in working order. So this, I believe, is one of the major advantages of 3D printing, is that you can rapidly prototype complex end products without the need for the major capital investment required in a production line. Okay, so here we go. This is Object's single material 3D printing. Now let's move on to one of the major advantages that Object has in the market, which is what we call multi-material 3D printing. And here's some excellent examples. This is a beautiful artistic model. It doubles as a chair in this mode and as a sculpture of a woman in this mode. And this was created by MIT assistant professor Neri Oxman. She's experimenting with the Connex and using 3D printing to see how different materials can be used in the artistic process. So as you can see, this fantastic model is actually made of a number of different combinations of two materials. This is one of the major advantages of the Object Connex range, is that you can take a white material and you can take a black material and you can combine them together to produce a whole number of composite grey shades, and then print them all together at the same time in the same 3D model. Here's another example. This is a figure from the Halo computer game. Again, same concept as the Neri model. We've taken two materials, the white material and the black material, and together we've produced about 5 different composite shades and printed all of them at the same time in the same model. So both these models are a combination of our rigid white material and our rigid black material. And here we have something slightly different. This is an example of a tire. In this case, we've combined Object's Vero Clear transparent material with our Tango family of rubber-like materials to produce the actual real feel of a tire tread. So a very nice example there. So here we're mixing again a rigid material and rubber-like material. Another example of a rigid and rubber combination is this model of a stethoscope. And as you can see here, it's flexible, it actually works, feels like a stethoscope. This end we have the rigid material. Here is our Tango material, which is our rubber-like material. And here's some Vero white, rigid white material with the rubber overmoldings where these are inserted into the ears. Okay. Another example of a rigid and rubber combination is this telephone. So this is printed in our rigid white material and our rubber-like black material. So the actual digits here actually feel rubber-like and are flexible, whereas the screen and the actual body of the phone is solid. And of course there's various other advantages to being able to print two materials at once. One of them being that you can produce things like QR codes on a physical product. And of course writing, which of course is important in a number of applications. Here's another excellent example that many of you may have already seen, a moving gear cube. And of course, this model combines both the moving gears, all printed in a single job in the same way as our snake. But this time, we printed it in a number of different white and grey shade combinations. Okay. Another excellent example of what you can do with objects Connex multi-material 3D printing is here. Here's an example of what we've just previously seen. This is a fruit peeler or vegetable peeler. In this case, we've printed it in our rigid white material and used the rubber-like black material as an over-molded part to really give you the feel of a finished end product. But what you can also do with the Connex is even print this in our new ABS-like digital material. And this material has the strength, functional performance of ABS-grade engineering plastics. So these peelers actually work. They're strong enough to actually peel. I've actually tried them with an apple, and we can actually try this here today. Here we have our apple. Let's see. Excellent. Okay, so we can see that works. So that's the ABS-like material. And finally, just to round things off, I've included here our giant 3D printed wrench featured in one of our previous object blog videos. And as you can see, all the parts move the way that they're supposed to, and the wrench really does work. I've tried it with a number of bolts, and it works really well. So there you have it, a nice overview of objects' 3D printing capabilities, starting from the basics, single material printing of complex finished assemblies, to our multi-material 3D printing, whether it's combinations of rigid materials for art, for product design, or whether it's combinations of rigid and rubber-like materials, as we've seen in these examples and these examples, to finally producing ABS-grade engineering plastic performance so that your prototypes really function as the intended end product is supposed to. That's it. See you all next time, and thanks very much for watching.